Hey, this is Smiles here with another classic game review. Today, let's take a look back at Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Phoenix Wright was developed by Capcom and originally a Japanese exclusive for the Game Boy Advance back in 2001. The game was re-released and localized for the Nintendo DS in 2005. Since then, Ace Attorney has been re-released as a WiiWare title and an iPhone app. Ace Attorney puts you in the role of rookie defense attorney Phoenix Wright. Your clients have all been charged with murder, and it's up to you to prove their innocence. It's a battle of wits as you clash with the prosecution and point out the contradictions in the witness testimonies. With only 3 days to prove your client's innocence, things get heated in this courtroom drama. Phoenix Wright plays like a point-and-click adventure. You select the right choice to advance through the story. In court, you listen to witness testimonies and try to point out the contradictions in them. You can either press them for more information or present evidence from the court record. Pressing for more information can clear up many vague testimonies and give you a chance to catch witnesses lying. The key to clearing your client's name is by presenting evidence in court. For instance, when Mr. Sahit said he discovered the body at 1 p.m., present him with the autopsy report, which states the victim died at 4. Be cautious. Presenting the wrong evidence at the wrong time can result in a penalty. After 5 penalties, you're given a guilty verdict. While one lie seems insignificant, it becomes apparent that the one loose string is the key to unraveling the whole case, so always be on the lookout. While he's a defense attorney, Phoenix also does some detective work. Outside the courtroom, you question people as you visit the crime scene and gather more clues. By examining the scene with a touchscreen, you can find hidden clues that can aid in proving your client's innocence and convict the true criminal. Finding evidence requires a sharp eye, so pay attention to small details you might find. Presenting evidence to people can also open them up and reveal hidden information. I found the investigation portion tedious. You'll waste much of your time trying to squeeze information out of people. Furthermore, moving from one place to another can be a pain. If you wanted to go from the dressing room to Studio 1, you had to travel through the employees area to the main gate and then to the studio entrance to make it to Studio 1. It would have been a lot more helpful if there was an overworld map where you can instantaneously go from one location to another. This made it a huge hassle when I didn't know who I needed to talk to next and how to backtrack a lot. Phoenix Wright is heavily praised for having a well-crafted story. Each case acts like an episode of a TV series, which ties into the overarching storyline. The plot lines for each individual case are surprisingly deep and are filled with one plot twist after another. The story kept me hooked from start to finish. I easily found myself burning half a day trying to solve a case. The cast of characters are lively and over the top. Each character has their own little quirks to add a little humor to the story. While it would be easy for a story-based game to be lost in translation, Capcom did an amazing job in localizing this title around the world. The compelling storyline remains intact while adding a few hints of pop culture for Western audiences. The story of Phoenix Wright could easily be adapted into a TV series or a movie, and I honestly can say that the story is the best aspect of this game. Unfortunately, Phoenix Wright has virtually no replay value. It's like watching a movie for a second time. You already know what's going to happen. The thrill of discovering the decisive evidence or unraveling the testimony's witness is gone, because you already know about it. The cases don't change, the crime doesn't change, the witness don't change. Absolutely nothing changes from one playthrough to the next. No matter how many times you play this game, Phoenix will not kiss Edgeworth. But a lackluster replay value is not surprising. This is to be expected for a game that relies heavily on story. Maybe playing through it again after a few months might be good, but I wouldn't recommend playing it right after you beat it the first time. Usually, great games have high replay value, but I have to raise an objection to that statement. Phoenix Wright may not have the best replay value, but it makes up for that with its amazing story and unique gameplay mechanics. Phoenix Wright takes a step away from the usual action-based adventures seen in most video games and rewards players based on their eye for detail. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney actually makes the law seem fun, and it's one of Capcom's most original ideas to date.
Objection!